Hello my friends, thanks for stopping by. I hope you're all having a great day. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial, a highly requested tutorial. This is the makeup look that I was wearing in my top 5 foundation video. The hair is a little bit different because my hair pretty much, whatever way it falls, that's how I do it. Sometimes I will plan it and it works. So my hair is not as vintage glam as it was in that video. And the foundation, I have the Natasha Denona foundation and primer on for this video because I did a first impression video before this video. So in the original video, in case you like the foundation look of the original, it was the Laura Mercier Candle Glow in Dusk. So if you like what you see, because you know I'm supposed to say that, stick around. All right, so let me just start by telling you what I have on my face already because many will want to know. I just did a tutorial, which you've either seen or is coming, on the Natasha Denona. I'm recreating the look that I had on in my 5 top foundations. However, I have changed the foundation out just so because I did a tutorial and I thought I'm not going to wipe it off and then put more on. So this is the Natasha Denona primer and foundation. And then I have on the By Terry Densalis concealer in number 3, Natural Beige. I feel it's too light for me. I don't think it really does a great job at covering my dark circles either. And then as powder, because I needed to find a good powder that didn't take away the glow from the foundation, so I went ahead and I got the Mer powder, which is beautiful. On my lips, I have, believe it or not, Spice lip liner with Ava's Red, and this is by L'Oreal. It's number 403. I primed my eyes with the Perfect Mono Cream Base eyeshadow, and this is from Dolce & Gabbana. For this look in particular, you need something that's very, very, very light. So like a Painterly would be good. You can use ochre if you are more yellow skinned. That would work too. For a contour, I am using Physicians Formula BB Booster. I bought this in the summer and it works really nice as a contour. And this is light to medium. And then I have on the Kevyn Aucoin Starlight as a highlighter. For a little bit of blush, I have the Soft Petal by Gucci. And my eyebrow pencil is brand new, and I'm really, really liking it. It is by Anastasia, and it is her Brow Definer Triangular Brow Pencil. And it has a little spoolie on the end, and it winds up, and it's very similar to the It Cosmetic. All right, so that is that. So now we will get started on creating the look. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about, oh, I'm using this, I'm using that. I will tell you underneath everything that I'm using, but I don't want this to go on forever. But I'm going to be using Anastasia eyeshadows today. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with the Anastasia, however you want to say it. I know somebody's going to say, this is how you say it. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to start with the Soft Peach all over my lid. You'll see that it just warms it and tones it down slightly. Going to do the same thing on the other eye. I will tell you, since I put up my Anastasia eyeshadows, I realized that they discontinued one of my favorites, Birkin. I don't know why they did that, but she better bring it back. If I had known that, Anastasia, I would have ordered more of it. It's a beautiful color. All right, so we just want to pack that on the eye, and we're going a little heavier with it on the inner part of the eye and the lid closest to the lash, and you see that it just kind of opens your eyes up. And then I'm going to go in with the next shade and a 217 MAC brush. Let me grab all my brushes. It's either a MAC brush or a Morphe. MAC 217, and I'm going to go ahead with, excuse me, this is Orange Soda. Now it's going to seem very similar, but this is just for me to get a base. So I'm just going to take my 217 brush and I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to start outlining and contouring into my crease. It's going to look like absolutely nothing, but this is just to help me I can actually see just a little bit. They're so close in color that you really aren't going to be able to see it, but it's just slightly. And if you look at my eye, you can see it is starting to give the illusion of having a better contour than I already have. To find that, you just lean your head back, and where the bone ends, right just a hair below it, that's what you're really sculpting out there. And if you have a droopier eyelid than me, then you would go slightly higher to create that. All right, so this is just my guidelines. So now I've created my starting point, all right? All right, so the next one I'm going to pull up here is actually Fawn. Now Fawn is really weird because the way they describe it is an olivey green, and it's not at all. Okay, so I'm going to take that same 217, and this is going to start to give me definite color. Now I don't want any of this to be on my actual lid. I just want it to be in my crease. It's creating the crease for me, okay? So we are using Fawn, and then turn your brush sideways and just go ahead, and you can see you're starting to open, I'm opening my eye up and sculpting. Because I really do have heavier lids. You'll notice if you look at me with makeup, my lids kind of lay, but as I go along with my, I also have a habit of, I constantly hold my eyebrows up. I always have. I think it's just because my eyes, when they're closed, I've always had heavy lids, so I've always held my eyebrows up high. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, same thing, put that color down. And remember, this isn't going on the lid. This is just your crease color. Most of the color for this look is on the outer V corner. All right, I'm just going to do a little more of this on each side. Building it up slowly. And notice I'm stopping before my eye ends here, because if you drag it down too much, then you're going to drag your eye down. So you don't want to stop, you don't want to keep going. You want to stop before your actual lid stops, or the outer of your eye. You want to stop before you get to the outer part of your eye. All right, so we are just really building. This is really a nice eye look if you're going to wear a strong color. And you can use any colors that look good on you to create this. You'll just notice that I'm going, like, the first color was fair, the second color has a little more tone, and then the third color goes like 2 steps up. So now I've created that look, all right? So now I want to take, I think the last time I used sienna, but I want to use the Morocco this time. But it's so close to the sienna, it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to just do a little bit on the tip of that brush. I have not changed brushes at all. Now this color, I am just concentrating on the outer part. All right, I'm not going to the inner eye. We will, with a clean brush, to go ahead and soften it down. But for right now, your color concentration is all towards the outer V. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit more. Again, we're still not coming down too far, because then we're going to be, we age ourselves. We're going to add too much. All right, so now I'm going to take a clean brush, just something a little bit fluffier, and I'm going to use, this is a Sigma E45, and I'm just going to go ahead and soften that and blend that so it's not so harsh. And I'm really working very lightly with this brush. And then we're just going to filter whatever's left over. After we blend down a little bit, we're just going to softly drag it in, but we're not going too far, all right? And remember, you can use any colors that complement your eyes using this. Okay, and same thing, just soften that lightly, and then go ahead and really just feather slightly. And I do lift up just slightly in the corner here. Okay, just slightly I'm lifting up to give the illusion of my eyes being up. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to take the darker tone, and this is Fudge. The last time I actually used hot chocolate, I'll go ahead and use the hot chocolate again just because. I want to show you that you can get the same look using all different colors. All right, so now I'm going to take that same brush that I was using before because I'm not going to use it anymore. And I'm going to just take the tip of it. Now remember, less is more when you start out. Take the tip, knock it in. Now here is where I'm going to come right on the eyelash line as if I'm drawing a winged liner out here, okay? And I'm actually going to give the illusion of drawing a liner, all right? Like I'm wearing a cat eye. So I'm just going to, and work in small little strokes for here. Okay, so we're just working slightly up, all right? We're going to do the same thing on the other eye. Notice, I haven't gone in the crease or anything yet. Okay, so, and one eye will always come out better than the other. Let me give it a little tap off. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to pretend I'm doing a winged liner. Use very small strokes for this because you really don't want a lot of product flying out on the edge, okay? Now I've got more on the right side. It's a little deeper, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add some more right here. And same thing on this eye. All right, I'm just going to take this and just make sure all my fallout doesn't settle into the eye. Okay, so now I want to put a little bit of this color, and I do want to bring it up now. So now I'm going to start right here, right in the lower part of the V, and I'm just putting a little in that outer crease. I'm not dragging it up. I'm just kind of putting it right there. So that's what it looks like, all right? And then this side, we're going to do the same thing. Okay, so now we've almost connected a V, okay? Just going to do a little bit more on this side. And I want to make sure I have a little bit here. Okay, so now I'm going to take the clean brush again. What did I do with that brush already? Here it is. Okay, I'm just going to give it a little wipe. That's why I wear this little purple, because it's like a little towel for me. All right, so now I'm just going to lightly, I'm not going crazy. I'm not moving my brush around a lot. I'm just smudging that color out ever so lightly. Same thing here. Hold the brush way down, because then you don't put as much pressure. If you're way down here and you're just holding it like a chopstick, then you're just doing the tip of that brush so lightly it doesn't even matter, all right? And we're just feathering, softening the lines, okay? So it's already taken shape. Now the same thing on this side, just gonna go ahead and soften that down just slightly. And then we're joining them. You see how we're kind of joining a little cat eye out here? Because I'm not going to put a line, I am going to put a little liner on today, which is very unusual for me. And don't worry, it might look like, oh, it's not looking very good, but it all pulls together. I need just a little bit of that hot chocolate on this side, right on the outer part. And that's why I say work in small steps, because you can always go back and add more. Okay. And this side I have to come a little bit more in because I closed it off a little bit there. But I'm still leaving the inside of my eye open. So I'm trying to make it so my eyes are more lifted. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing, just slightly. Slightly and lightly. This little smudger brush, and we're going to take the second Anastasia shadow that we used, which was Orange Soda, and it looks like this. And we're just going to take that brush and we're going to set it inside. Well, we're going to tap it in the shadow. And then we're going to go up underneath the eye with the orange soda, and we're going to go all the way, just placing that on lightly, okay? We're not really darkening underneath the eyes. We're just, we're just marrying the bottom to the top now. I like to call it marrying because I think marriage is if it's right, it's a perfect union. So I think the same goes for makeup when I'm doing it. All right, so I have drawn that color down to the lower part of my eyes. So now I'm going to take a small amount of the Fawn, which was what they say the olive color, which is not olive, And I'm just going to touch a little bit of that into the brush. And this is going to just give me a little bit of definition on the outer part of the lower eye. Not a lot. We're not dragging that color over at all. We're just joining the wing out here, okay? I got a little carried away there. And I'll do the same thing over here, get a little carried away there, and then just touch them off. When I do this kind of stuff, the shadows kind of fly in through my contacts. All right, so now I'm just going to take a touch, just a touch of that brown black that I told you about, just a small amount. And I'm going to take that same brush I just worked with, okay? And now I'm just going to put a little bit of it right there, all right? And a little bit of it right there. It's just acting as a liner, okay? And that is that, all right? So now I just want to softly blend that down. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that and soften it down. Now, if you're going to put on lashes, oh, this will look so beautiful with lashes, but let me tell you, comedy act. It's like a comedy act for me. Okay, I'm just taking a clean brush and just blending up and softening the line above the crease. I'm not doing anything below now. I'm just softening these. All right, so now I am going to take, this is a NYX NYX Très Jolie brown pencil, and it's a very nice dark pencil, and here I'm going to lift up and I'm just going to do my tight line. I'm staying as close to the lashes as I can. And this just helps to, well, it makes your lashes look fuller for one. Liner. All right, so there is that. Now, I can't do this on camera. I'm going to take, this is the NYX, I'll try to do it on camera. I don't think I'm going to be able to. I'm not winging this. I am stopping it right at the end and just flicking it up slightly. I am not at all taking a wing liner with this look, okay? So I just am going to, I'm not going to be able to do this. This is going to be comical. I'm just going to touch it lightly all the way across. I use the tip, okay? And that's all I'm doing there. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other one and straighten this one up a little bit, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Obviously, I've taken my hair out of the rollers. My hair is a little different than the last one in the last video. My hair, I just kind of take it out of the rollers, and wherever it goes, I let it stay. I don't really try to form it into anything. I did have a more vintage look going on with that, but this is the same application of makeup. I do have on a different foundation, as I mentioned, but, and I did my mascara. I have to tell you, I've been using the Revitalash primer and mascara. These two together are magical. The mascara on its own is only okay, but the primer with any other mascara is phenomenal. So I have that in black on, and I don't think I added anything else on. I did the liner, put my mascara on, took my hair out of the rollers, and came back. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and you know, I try to make them under 25 minutes, but it just doesn't work. There's no way, no way. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget, subscribe. We're anti-aging here. Be happy, healthy, beautiful, and most of all, my friends, lovable. I love you all. Bisous.